The remnant are people that will be steadfast, immovable, unshakable. Even when they don't get shortlisted for the job. Even when they don't get their promotion. They will still stand. Because they know one thing only. That God has chosen them for such a time as this. And what happens in the church when you see the remnant rise? The folks that have been toiling so long get angry. But the remnant are focused. So the treasures fall on the remnant. Others work hard so the remnant can earn the money. Hi. Others have labored so that the remnant can step in. But it is the remnant that are focused on God and God alone. Are there some remnants in this place? These workers were desperate enough to continue to wait for the opportunity. They were desperate enough even unto the last hour, still standing there waiting to be chosen. You may think, but you are finished and there's nothing you can do because all daylight has gone down on you. There's no more day left. But the remnant are resilient to stand and watch the walls collapse. The remnants do stuff others have not done. The remnants take down Goliaths with a slingshot and a stone. The remnants are not looking for armies and hordes of people, but the remnant get a word from God. That is all they're focused in. One word from God to change atmospheres. Are you a remnant in this house? The remnant are not moved whether there are a lot of support or there's little support. Now, if you read the story here, they are sitting in a place where they are weaponless. Israel is in a place where they lost everything. They got nothing, they got no weapons, not even the blacksmith. The Hebrews are now supporting the Philistines. And they don't have anything. But here's a remnant that's on the rise. He says, if God can save us with many, He can save us with few. If God can deliver me on that thing, He can deliver me on this thing. God didn't bring me so far just to take me out. The remnants stand up and do stuff that others did not do. And the men of garrison hailed Jonathan and his armor, verse 12, and come up to us and we will show you a thing. And Jonathan said to his armor bearer, come up after me, for the Lord has given them into the hand of Israel. Then Jonathan climbed up on his hands and feet, and his armor bearer after him. And they fell before Jonathan, and his armor bearer killed them after them. Listen to me. This is what remnants do. And that first strike with Jonathan and his armor bearer made killed about 20 men within, as it was, half a furrow's length in an acre of land. When the remnants are on the rise and when they take over territory, sometimes you need 20 for 20. But with them it's 1 for 20. In fact, if you go and read the Bible, they killed over, just the two of them, killed over 900 people. And then when Saul started to see this, the Hebrews started to see this. The Hebrews came out of the caves and started to support Jonathan. And the Philistines were in confusion and they started to kill each other. So no matter how many things that are on the rise against you, at the end of the day, when you make a decision to stand as a remnant, knowing that God is with you, for you, He will be with you until the end. That He's the same yesterday, today, and forever. No matter what has happened so far, but I am here today, and God is still for me. You will win. You will win. Come on, somebody. Say, I will win. The remnant says it's not about a man, it's about God. The remnant want God to manifest. Everywhere they go, they only seek to manifest God. Are you a remnant this morning? At your workplace, are you manifesting God? When you're with your families, are you manifesting God? When you're doing your shopping, are you manifesting God? The remnant say it's all about God. They are willing to put their flesh down. The remnant, their worship is different. When the remnant comes when the corporate body gathers, The remnant's worship is different. You see a remnant. The remnant is not focused about the left or the right, the front or the back. The remnant is about worship is different. When you see a remnant, you'll know that's a remnant. That's a remnant. That's a remnant. The remnant, they fall on the floor. The remnant, they weep. But you think they're weeping because they are in mourning. No. They're weeping because they see what God is saying. They're weeping because they see the vision. They're weeping because they want things to manifest in this way. The remnant are different. Their worship is different. Are you a remnant? Come on, somebody. The remnant's level of hunger is different. Their hunger is different. They rip things in the spirit in pieces. They rip it in pieces. They got no time to open the wrappings. The remnant in the spirit, they rip it. They rip it open. They make, yeah. Sometimes you see the hands going, hey, what's going on with it? The remnant. Are you a remnant? Are you a remnant? God is looking for a remnant company of people that will do bigger, do greater, despite the norms of life. Go further than your fathers ever went, further than your past. The remnant are never focused on the past. The remnant are seeking a now. The remnant are the ones that walk in the now. English doesn't make sense because it's not about English. The remnant just say now. The remnant just say now. Say, I'm manifesting it now. I'm walking in it now. The two things the remnant do, they come out of their own abilities. They step out of their own abilities. They step out of it. And the authority, the staff is authority. They step out of it. They throw it down. And then God says to them, pick it up again. Because now your authority is changing. So the remnant change. The authority is from above and not below. The authority is from God. The authority is not from man. So God had to tell Moses, take off your shoes, throw your staff down. I'm giving you a new authority. The remnant have a new authority. When the remnant walk, they don't walk on their own mandate. They walk according to the mandate of heaven. The remnant don't walk on their own mandate. You know what that means? That means this year, wherever you go, whatever you do, whatever place you are in, at your workplaces and all of those things, it's not your own ability, but it's God's ability in you. The remnant are focused on God's ability in their lives. It's God that is doing this and not me. It is God that has given me this level, this position, that stature, and that place. When you think it's all about you, you're not a remnant. It's not a code of a remnant. When you think that you got it to where you are, a remnant has no pride. A remnant is willing to say, it's not me, it was God. The staff also represents the identity. Staff represents your identity. So when God was saying, Moses, throw your staff down, you're saying, get rid of your identity. It's not about your identity. The remnant lose their identity. Remnants are not focused on identity and heritage. Remnants are focused on now. Remnants want to say, what can I do today? I'm not worried about whose legacy, my fathers and forefathers. I want to bring change now, today. Are you a remnant? Shout, I'm a remnant. Shout, I'm a remnant. The remnant fulfill every prophetic word spoken over their lives. I declare over you as a remnant. Are you a remnant? I declare over you mega wealth transfers, distributions, explosions, that will be out of the norm. People will look at you and they will be able to say, you are different. There's something different about you. That's a remnant. A remnant is different. They stick out of the crowd. They don't look the same, don't talk the same, don't walk the same. That's a remnant. People will see you and say, I don't know where you came from, because you are a remnant. You will do great exploits, mega things. There'll be explosions of wealth over you, explosions of power. Takes a little boy with a slingshot and stone to take out one giant that an army has been trying to take out. So you may look funny with your slingshot and your stone. You may look funny with just your bare clothes, while the others are clothed in armors. Mindsets. Who would think that you would do something big because you don't drive a Porsche, you don't live in a big house, you don't wear the right clothes, you don't speak the right language, you haven't got education, but you are a remnant. You are a remnant. Say, I'm a remnant.
I'm a remnant.
Say, I'm a remnant.
I'm a remnant.
The remnant will experience an explosion of the glory of God. The remnant will experience an explosion of the presence of God. When they brush past people, people will get healed, delivered. Strongholds will be. Remnants set people free. Remnants, when they walk in the shopping malls, they set people free. Are you going to set some people free today? Remnants don't even have to say a word. They just walk and people get set free. People get delivered.